Yeah, Nathan, do you mean the demons are in the hat?
Well, they very well could be. If you're gonna put a hat like that on, you're hiding something. I mean,
Oh my god.
And so she was always lying to her husband, but it was all wrapped in laughter. So it was like
You know what? I think no, I can't do this. And also, the Stream King is here. Should we?
Do we have to?
bring him up.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
Sure.
I'm just gonna grab a coffee a minute.
Okay, go and grab a coffee then, Rick.
All
right.
right.
In fact, I'm going to go and grab a cup of tea. Amuse yourselves. I wonder if Rick is still going to be here when I get back from the kitchen.
Why would he not? Why would he not?
Because you're a very mean man, Tarquin.
That's
Rick,
not me. I'm just
Rick?
misunderstood.
Rick, if you can hear me, stay in the kitchen.
Yeah, if you can hear me, climb in your washing machine and don't come out till morning.
Oh dear.
Stay where you are.
Go on the gentle cycle.
Right.
Well,
So he must have
Hello,
left. He must have left the living room.
how's the wind situation, Naveen?
Well, it comes and goes, you know. So far, so good. Oh, yeah. It comes and it blows.
Well. Is that who I think it is? Dog's been
I don't
sick.
know.
Oh, sorry to hear that, a lunatic. Hope it, I don't know if it's male or female, is alright. Hello. Truth be told.
Ew.
This will
Hello?
be good. Shall we play some music?
What should we play? Ben Ailey, while we chase Fred around the kitchen. What?
Is that... okay, no, that is who I thought it was.
Who is it? Is that Andrew? Hello, Andrew.
He's gone now. He's gone.
Oh. What happened to the drama dome? Has anyone found out yet?
I'm back.
No, we don't want to check out Show Destroyer's videos. The guy is a fucking retard.
So you can't hear me, darling? No, doesn't work.
Yes.
Sucks.
Can hear you, darling.
See, my shit's fucked up.
I thought you said you'd fix your dialer.
I did. I thought I did. There's
Megan, what are you doing?
well, darling.
Darling.
Alright, okay.
Trying you know, just to see. Just see, it's fucked up right there.
Who are you dialing?
Your mum.
You're not dialing my mum.
No.
I mean,
Oh my.
Me mum.
oh, your mum.
Me mum.
Someone's mum. Anyone's mum.
I thought I had my dialer working, man. This sucks. It is.
Maybe he's just dialing the wrong numbers.
That could be. That could be an answer. I've got a lot of phone calls.
Okay, so all right. Whilst
Yeah.
whilst listening to DTMF tones is lovely, or you know, should we crack on?
Come on. Cheerio. Let's go with that.
Right then, Rick. I mean,
Aaron,
all right.
don't mind me.
No,
Don't mind me. Just keep talking. Just keep going, Rick. Oh. Within a ring. going to answer, right? Oh, it's going to make me state my name. I'm
Your
gonna say,
call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
all right, carry on.
Maven, what is this about? What are you doing?
I think it's called deflection. See?
I feel like you're trying to do something, but I'm not
deflect.
sure what.
Yeah,
Deflect from the current situation.
I'm prolonging Rick's agony.
Well, I need to finish off making my tea anyway, so.
Okay. All right, Rick. Well, you want to introduce yourself? The floor is yours. Go ahead.
Yes. What do you want to say?
Nothing really. Just wanted to come in and say hi to everyone.
Why did you want to come on this panel?
Because Shiva wanted me to, so I thought I'd just come on.
Hey, I told you several times, both in your chat and in voice, that I thought you coming on here was a spectacularly bad idea.
Yeah, but I'm on here now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you can't say... hang on. You can't say that I wanted you to come on here.
No.
If I'm telling you that I think it's a really bad idea for you to come on here.
It's fine.
You say that now.
Yeah, it.
I mean, yeah. All right. So, okay.
You still looking at kitty porn?
No.
No.
Oh, right, well, that's like straight off the bat. All right, I mean, why did you say... right, so here's the thing, Rick. I have a video of you saying that you... two separate videos. One of you saying that you watched it, and another one of you saying that you didn't think it was a bad thing.
That was all to do with my husband, not me.
No.
So you
no.
approve
Do
of
you
it?
want me to... Hang on, do you want me to to pull the video up? Because I can do
No.
that right now.
Yeah. Good answer, Rick.
See, there was a reason. There's a reason why I said coming on here isn't a good idea, Rick, because it's fucking brutal here for certain people. Now, I've heard you say, one, that you have watched it, and two, that you don't see anything wrong in it.
If you like 18-year-old boys, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
But that's not what we're on about, is it, Rick?
Okay, once I've watched it.
I mean, okay, that's not what... Oh my God, you just made life so much worse for yourself. You just made life
What,
so
you
much...
dirty fucking nonce. Fuck off.
That's not...
Die in a
that's
well
not
full
what,
of shit
that's
and
not
piss.
That's not what we were asking you, Rick, at all. But you've... Oh my God.
And then you're married to a child molester.
I did not know he was a child molester until
Well, he's
after
your
work.
boyfriend, whatever.
Until
I
after
mean,
work.
You guys aren't being fair right now. You're not being fair. Listen, because I mean, when it comes to stabbing a man in the throat, I only did that once myself.
The robot in the vein.
Because I was in work and he had the kids.
Then Rick.
What, did you work nights?
No, I worked days. He was getting them from after school.
But they were sleeping there.
Yeah, but
I mean,
he
I
wasn't
reckon you
doing
should have
anything.
asked.
He wasn't doing anything. It was in the daytime he was doing it. Because he was in a wheelchair.
What?
He's
My
not
husband is in a wheelchair.
Now,
So you must have helped him out of the wheelchair. To the
No.
bed.
Yes, I did.
I'm going to leave or I'm going to say something I'm going to regret.
No, just
No,
say
you
it.
won't, Sasquatch. Just say
Just
it.
say it.
Right, see,
Just
this
say
is
it.
the thing. After Peanut came on, the other night. There's a reason why I've created a new show which is starting on Sunday called The Incongruous Sofa. It's because this isn't a safe space. And anyone who comes on here has to be willing to face the panel.
Hi, Cindy.
Yeah.
You probably don't remember me. Do you happen to remember me? I met you several months ago, but I changed my icon. So it used to be a dog. Do you remember me by chance? Probably not.
No, I don't.
I first met you on Jeff's panel. And he was... What? Go ahead.
Oh, I do remember you Yeah, Cindy, yes, I do remember you.
Okay, and at the time we were talking, Jeff got upset with you and he asked you to leave. But a couple of us came over because we knew you was upset about the way Jeff asked you to leave. So we talked to you. And you happened to tell a story. Can I refresh your story?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. You said that I'm just going to say one child because I don't know how many children there was.
There was only one.
Your story was at one point a child slept between you two in bed.
But I wasn't in the room.
Well, you had to be in the room if they slept between you in bed. Do you remember that?
No. The kid was on the floor on his bed, and me and my husband was in our bed.
Now, wait a minute,
How could he, get out of bed if I had a wheelchair? And I would have heard him anyway.
You just said you wasn't home. So how is he on the floor? He couldn't get out of bed, but you wasn't home, and he did this at another time.
That's night times. Daytimes is fine. He's going around because I live in a bungalow.
Okay, so if you wasn't there, and he did this all the time when you wasn't there, why was you in the beginning held, and then the cops couldn't find you complicit, and then they dropped charges?
They never did that.
Oh, so then all the stories you told us back then was just all lies, and now you're telling the truth?
Yes.
Oh, now you're telling the truth?
Yes.
Okay. When you was watching child pornography because you watched more than one video, correct?
No, just one video, that's it.
No, that's impossible. You can't watch just one video. How many videos did you watch? You watched at least two, maybe three.
About two.
Okay, see, I knew it was more than one. What age was it, 12 or 13-year-olds?
13.
So did you watch two or three of them?
Two.
Are you sure? I thought it was three of them.
No, two.
4.
I mean,
sorry, I'm just trying to. Sorry, Taco.
No problem.
Where?
Yes, you're gonna ask the same question I have. The biggest question I have is for Rick is, how do you come across such videos? How does that happen?
From my husband.
From your husband?
What, just gave it to you? Here, watch these.
No, he manipulated me. I can't say it properly. Manipulated me.
Manipulated you.
Yeah.
How did he manipulate you?
He forced you to watch. He tricked you into watching these things.
Yes.
So
Yeah, two or
It
three.
tricked you into watching the first one, so you decided to watch a second.
No, because I was in work. I used to have a job, but I can't have a job anymore because of my disabilities.
Yeah, because you watch child porn at work, you dirty.
No, I don't.
You said it was at work.
You
if I
just
recall,
admitted
right,
it.
Stephen?
No, I
Admitted
didn't.
it.
She
You did. You just said I was at work.
All right, hang on. Right, okay. Well, maybe he was confused. Where did you watch the child porn, Rick?
I watched them on my laptop.
At home or at work?
At home.
At home. Okay.
Isn't
With
there
Carl?
a video of
Sorry,
you?
not Carl.
Isn't
Whatever
there a
your
video,
David's name
Rick,
is.
of you claiming that you watched this material at work?
No, I did not watch it at work. No.
But did you say you did?
No, I didn't.
I don't know if Just Ben is watching. I don't know. I don't have that video.
It's one of the first videos that I saw you posted. Did he say he watched it at work?
Was that
No, I
in
didn't.
Discord?
Okay, I might have been mistaken.
Was that in Discord like a few months ago?
Oh no, it was when you first came across Rick. A while back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have that. I mean, I could scroll back in Discord.
The first time that you talked to him, the first time.
Yeah, I know. See, the thing is, Rick, I'm one of those people that I don't like to make any accusations against people about anything unless I know that it's true. And that often means that I, require video evidence. So when someone said, in fact, you were introduced to me as someone whose YouTube career was essentially going to be over because they admitted to watching child porn. I didn't kind of believe it until I saw the video. Okay. Let's pause this.
Rick, when did your husband tell you he liked kitty porn?
I found that on my own when he was doing it behind my back.
What was he doing? Doing a kid or watching porn?
Watching porn. He was in the living room, I was in the bedroom, and I went through the bedroom into the living room, and I found out that he was doing it. Wembley, that's not right.
Okay.
Kick Wembley out, please.
No, sorry, Rick. This is a free speech chat. I told you it was probably a bad idea for you to come here because unless people are threatening you or doxing you, those are essentially the only two rules, right? No threats, no dox, no spam. So, did you destroy evidence?
What it was, I'll tell you now. He got convicted of pedophiling one kid, but on the thing it says 3 kids. But I don't know about that. But I'm away from that now, and I'm with Carla now, and he rang me up after his sentence and told me there's a memory card and a thing in the living room for kiddie porn. So he said, would you destroy it for me? Because if I come back out, I won't have the temptation to use it.
And so did you do that?
Yes.
And you rang, am I correct in thinking you rang the police recently to confess?
Yes. That was about it was in June I did that.
And did they not arrest you?
No.
Why not?
Because he never had to do. Because I told him the truth.
Sorry, I'm kind of speechless. I'm going to be honest. I've never really been speechless before, Rick. I actually don't know what to say. Anyone? Nathan, Cindy, anyone help?
Well, when he first got arrested, what was you arrested for?
I wasn't arrested. I have never been arrested.
What was you detained for?
I wasn't detained for nothing.
Rick, you told us back then they held you or they arrested you, they did something for, and then they let you go when they found that they couldn't keep you for nothing.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
I've always been home. I have always been home.
Why did you have that kid on your panel the other day, Rick?
Because I thought he was my washing machine friend, but I did not know he was 14, and then I took him off. I blocked him.
Have you blocked him on Instagram as well?
Yes.
And you didn't know that he was 14 on Instagram?
No.
What is a washing machine friend?
I'm into washing machines.
There's a subculture of washing machine enthusiasts, Cindy.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
Rick, when I saw that person on your stream, you know the first thing I thought was?
What?
My God, that kid has to be 13 or 14 years old.
I did not know. I'm sorry.
You didn't think that?
He told me he was 16, 18.
Forget what he told you. Did you see his appearance and his demeanor and the way he was, his behavior? Did he appear to you to be 18 or over?
Yes.
He did? Then you should be off of the internet. Period.
Why should I be off the internet?
If you can't tell that a person like that is underage, then you should be off the internet.
But
or at least off social media.
But I'm off social media now.
If you can't bring yourself to think that maybe this person is not an adult, then you should be off the internet or off social media.
What did you just tell Navin?
You're on.
What did you just tell Navin?
What?
I thought maybe he was. What did you just tell Navin? I thought maybe he was 16 or 18. Do you know 16 is still a child?
I think he said
in the UK, homosexual sex is legal at 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all sex is legal at 16. So, but you know that Instagram is social media, right?
Yeah, I'm off social media now.
YouTube is social media. I mean, because we're kind of interacting in real time, that's social. Through video, that's media.
Yeah.
Like, so when you do live panels, that's a form of social media. You understand that, right? Like, not if you're just watching videos, that's one thing. And I suppose not if you're making videos, but if you're interacting I mean, I don't know, is making video social media? I suppose it is, isn't it, really?
Well, no, I see where you're going with this. I think the interaction is the key word. You can either watch videos or simply produce, but I think the interactive is when it becomes social. It's the interaction. I mean, because Rick.
No, I'm not on Discord anymore. I'm not on Discord.
Because Rick could produce videos and then have later a 13 or 14-year-old watch his videos, and I wouldn't see a problem with that. But the fact that he had him on a panel interacting with him in real time, to me, it's a problem.
Now, Quiver asked you a question, which was, at the Stream King, I'm 13, can I talk to you in Discord? And your response was...
No, I'm not on Discord anymore.
You're not on Discord.
No.
Whereas my response would have been, no, you're 13, that would be inappropriate.
Yeah, that would be appropriate. I'm doing 18s only.
Yes, we are ambushing him, Pirate Boy. He knew he was going to be ambushed. Sorry. Like, this is the shit show. It's not for the faint-hearted.
See, while StreamYards puts the onus upon the user, being the 14-year-old boy, because StreamYards does not allow a person to have an account who's underage, but it's not holding Rick liable for that kid having either faked an age or something like that, and faked an age and then come on his panel. But I think the person hosting the panel has the utmost responsibility to verify that the people that are on his panel are of age.
What?
What?
Rick, may I ask how old you are?
I'm 37.
That's how old Mouse was. Just saying.
Yeah, I thought about that.
So being a washing machine enthusiast at age 37 is enough to justify. I see.
I'm autistic.
No, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
What does
Okay.
what does that mean? Why did you just put that out there?
Because I was born autistic and cerebral palsy.
And that's the only reason? It wasn't as maybe a ploy to get us to somehow feel sympathy for your situation and not and kind of back off? Maybe was that the reason? Why did you? Cindy had a good question. Why did you mention that just now?
Because I think people should need to know.
Okay.
I'm a vulnerable adult.
Well, just like I said, that when that kid first came on panel, I had a very good suspicion he was underage. The first time I met you, I thought maybe you were autistic. So
yes, I am autistic.
So this is not a revelation you need to bring forward. It's just interesting that when the heat kind of comes on, you bring those things up. So does that make things okay?
No. I have never, ever kiddie fiddled. I've never, ever kiddie fiddled. So you can get your facts straight.
Did you read what Shiva just had up on the screen?
Yeah.
So fucking what? I am autistic, but I never think of pedophilia fantasies. I find that an insult.
So the reason I came up is I just wanted to ask Rick. So you were just autistic? Is that the extent of it, or is there more issues going on with you, or?
I got mental health issues.
But nothing that like affects your ability to understand what's going on besides.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
Okay, I just wanted to make that clear. That's the only reason I hopped on here. So I'm gonna.
You say you watched two videos. Were they both on the same occasion or on separate occasions?
Same occasion. But I've never ever watched any lately.
What's this, Rick? Is it true that you claim that two young boys seduced your husband
Yeah, the 2 boys seduced my husband. Yes.
How do you know that's the case?
Because we had Archie and Christian one night, and
sorry, can we not refer to them by their names because they're minors, and we just call them by different names, John and Fred, right? I mean,
they used to come over every weekend to stay with us, and we used to shower the kids. I had to shower the kids, and one of the kids asked me, "What is Martin doing?" And I said, "Nothing. He's on the sofa playing games." So I said, "Why did you ask?" And the kid said nothing after that. So after I showered them, they went in there, and I was doing YouTube on my computer in the bedroom, and Martin came in and said to me that one of the kids said to me, "Have you ever watched kiddie porn?" And he said yes.
One of the kids asked your husband that question?
Yes.
Do you expect, how old was, my God, you gotta kid me. Okay.
Right, how old roughly were they?
8 and 10.
8
and why did you have to? Oh, I'm sorry, guys, for young. Why did you?
I mean, go ahead.
Why did you have to give them a bath?
Thank you.
Because I bathed them all the time.
Why did you have to bathe a child that old?
They're 10. They don't need someone to bathe them.
No, they were disabled.
This is even worse. Okay, I'm gonna go now.
Okay, Nathan, don't go quite yet. Okay, if they seduced your husband, you just told me they were sleeping on the floor.
Yeah, two of them were sleeping on the floor. Me and my husband was in my
Tell me bed. These people are of a diminished capacity, either mentally or physically? Is that what you're telling me right now?
Yes.
That's bullshit.
Your husband raped mentally, and it's rape. Let's start using the right word. Your husband raped handicapped children. Is your husband mentally handicapped?
He's disabled.
Oh, stop using disabled. He was in a wheelchair. Is he mentally handicapped?
Handicapped.
Okay, since I've got up here alone, you've told several lies. First, you told me several months ago they slept in the bed between you two. Now that I'm up here, they slept on the floor.
They slept on the floor. They always slept on the floor.
Now you're bathing 8 and 10-year-olds, and now you're saying the victims that's asking for the porn, they seduced your husband. And they're handicapped kids.
I have not done anything wrong. I'm sorry, but I have not done anything wrong.
I'm just trying to gather. This stream has made me, first of all, angry, and secondly, far sadder than I thought it was going to. Actually, Rick, you are doing something wrong.
What am I doing wrong?
It is impossible for an 8 and a 10-year-old to seduce an adult because children just don't have, like, they just don't.
One of them was my husband.
Oh, really? And you think that the child initiated that?
Yeah.
The person with all of the power in those relationships are the fucking adults. They said children don't initiate that sort of shit. That's something that abusers do, and then what they do is, in order to make themselves seem more like human beings, they go around saying shit like, well, they fucking seduced me. And what you're doing wrong is just accepting that, and then... And that's not even getting onto watching child porn. I mean, what the fuck?
Have you ever watched child porn?
No.
No. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you've ever watched child porn. Okay,
Put a
Rick, look
4.
at the chat.
Put a 4 if you haven't.
Yeah, I said it backwards, didn't I?
No. Put a 4 if you haven't.
Yeah, I said that wrong.
No,
My
you said
head-
it right. No, you said it right. Put 1 if you have, right? But if you haven't, put 4. We don't want, you know. Oh my
Rick.
word, Rick, dude, mate. Like, okay, I'm just going to accept the fact that you personally haven't abused any kids.
No, I haven't.
Watching, I don't understand. Like, when you watched the first video and then you put a second video on, like, what was your reaction? Sorry, see, this is the thing. I'm now all over the fucking place.
My,
I'm all over the place.
it was
Jesus
all to do with my
Christ.
husband, not me.
It was all to do with your husband.
Yeah.
Are you right? But you. I mean. There's a lot less swearing in this stream than I was expecting.
I'm trying to be nice, remember? From earlier today, I'm being nice.
Just interview him as though he was normal. Okay, that's probably good advice. Right, okay, right. So...
I first met you several months ago. We sat in your chat a long time ago, and I've heard all your stories, and I've heard all about your husband, and all your stories have changed and changed and changed and changed. So I know that today you're sitting here telling all these people lies and lies and lies and lies.
What am I supposed to say?
Oh, I don't know. It's called the truth.
And I am telling the truth.
So, would you take your husband back?
No, I would never take my husband back.
Earlier on today, you or yesterday maybe, you said that you didn't care if you went to prison because you wanted to be with him.
No, I never said that.
Yes, you did. I heard you say it.
Did I?
Yes. Sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry, to be honest. I don't feel any remorse, but yeah, you did.
Alright.
Do you seriously, I mean, you can't seriously believe that you are going to have any sort of career on YouTube. Sorry, I'm just going to fucking burst your bubble. How have you gotten the frankly ludicrous idea that you were going to have any sort of fucking career on YouTube, right? Because it doesn't matter what happens, as soon as anyone recognizes you, then they're going to tell the trolls. And they're going to be on you. And by the troll, you call them trolls, right? To me, they're just people who don't like you. But Nathan, hello, Nathan.
Yeah.
I'm glad
My
you're back.
boyfriend.
Okay, hold on. I've calmed down, man. Okay, I've calmed down. Okay. It's bad enough they're 8 or 9 years old. You're 30 something, and your husband is too, and this is going on. Let me tell you a little story. And then I come to know that they were, I guess, special needs children. Okay, that just blows my mind. Okay, but let me tell you a little story. Let me tell you a little story, Rick. I know someone a long time ago who's had his child molested, and the kid was about 8 years old. Okay, and it was bad enough when they brought the guy back, the suspect back, they extradited him back to a certain town. The father of the child was at the airport. Okay, and when the guy came through the security, he turned and blew that son of a bitch's head off. Okay, he went to trial. He was arrested. He was acquitted. Do you understand why? Do you understand how sickening that is when you mess with an 8-year-old child, especially one who's in a vulnerable state? I'm so fucking pissed off right now. I'm trying to control myself. Do you understand that there's a lot of people who would have killed you if that was their child, and probably have gotten off if it was certain parts of this country? Now, I know the UK is a little bit different, because you don't have jury.
No.
Peers.
No, they would.
Peers.
No,
it was pretty much jury nullification, but at its, man, I probably need to get off because I'm not in my right mind right now, because I'm just so fucking pissed off this guy right now, Shiva.
Hang on a second. Rick, hang on. I'm just going to put you in the basement. You're right, Nathan.
I'm not lying. It's a true story.
No, I know. You sound pretty upset.
That was on Oprah. He was on Oprah for what happened. I mean, he got off. He totally got off free. And understood his he took the law in his own hands, and he killed that son of a bitch. You know? But this is how serious this shit is. They walk around and talk about it like it's no big fucking deal, right? Oh, yeah, oh well, they were special needs. I showered them. No, I don't know how that even comes to be, that a 30-year-old man would be giving baths or showers to an 10-year-old child, especially if they're in that state. How does that happen? How does that happen?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. What do you mean, Balance? Different topic in case? No, it's right on the same topic. This is the topic.
I'm not entirely sure why I think that was an accident. But anyway.
Okay. Am I off topic?
No, you're exactly right.
Okay.
Think about it, A. Come on, A. Balance. Think about it. The guy was in care somehow, some fucking way. Him and his husband were in care of an 8 to 10-year-old special needs child or children.
So,
how does that happen?
A Balance says Rick was groomed. Rick was a grown man. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not understanding A Balance.
You're 37, Rick. How long ago was this?
That you got arrested last September.
September of what year?
2019.
So it was quite recent.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was so recent. When's this article from? 2020, fucking hell, yeah, February.
So, A Balance, are you saying he's not to blame?
I am not to blame at all.
Look, I trust A Balance more than probably more than a lot of people in this whole community, but I don't know where the fuck it's coming from. I really just don't. I don't.
I mean, I
think
really
what-
like him, but I'm confused.
I think what he's saying is that that Mick Berry, I'm guessing that's his name, Martin Berry. Sorry.
Martin Berry.
Yeah, Martin Berry, from Bristol. Essentially used Rick as a method of either handling or, I don't know, doing something with the kids.
But early
Yeah, and
on, months ago, we came to the conclusion, having asked Rick if he knew the difference. Rick, do you know the difference between right and wrong?
Yes.
That's the same answer he gave 3 months ago.
I'm not even angry at the moment. I'm still kind of, I can't. Okay. Does anyone else want to get up on panel? I mean, I'm sort of literally.
I'm gonna go to chat for a while.
Speechless here. Nathan?
I'm reading the chat. I'm reading and I'm trying to find out, you know.
I never did nothing to my dog, so stop. Nosy punk.
Just
you
just said Rick was Rick is a victim.
Do I think okay? I don't know, to be honest.
If you know the difference between right and wrong, you should not have been so easily groomed by Martin. I understand cults and they can, or you know, the influence of that people can have over another person.
I'm an innocent person.
Well, you're not innocent though, Rick. You're guilty of destroying evidence.
Yes, but the police knows about that and they haven't not arrested me. But they put up Martin's in for 12 years now.
Yeah, but no, look. The fact that they didn't arrest you doesn't mean that you didn't do it, because you said you did, right? And that's not an innocent act.
Well, you know, there's culpability and even.
I would never take my husband back.
Look, Rick,
there was someone else.
There was Martin, who was a predator. There was Martin, who was a predator in that house, and there were 8 and 10-year-old, I guess, special needs children in the house, and then there was you. You know, I just don't. I don't think that you can play victim and being controlled by Martin, because that's who I see in the house, right? And you said you know the difference between right and wrong, and you allow this to happen. You allowed it, and I understand that was your husband, and you might have been in love with him, but these are children who are fucked up for life, more than likely. You know. And I just can't give you a pass on that. I just can't. Life is about tough choices.
Yeah, and I'm with someone else now.
I mean, yeah, all right. I mean, I've got to say, congratulations on not rage quitting. I don't know that this conversation is going to go any further.
I rage quit.
Yeah. So I'm going to remove you from the panel now, Rick.
All right? That's fine.
Thank you, Dave.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Shiva. Thank you.
Goodbye.
I'm ready too, I hope. I'm just kidding.
My word.
I would have thought for sure that he would. I was the one that had to rage quit.
That would never have occurred to me. But that was because you didn't rage. On the panel, you see.
Oh, well, I raged. You just didn't see it.
Oh, well, no, that's why I said on the panel.
Yeah. No, I mean, what kind of world do we live in that people can so easily just blasé, like, oh, well, I was a victim of being under the. I'm sorry, A Balance. I think you got this wrong. I think you got it wrong. Had he said, no, he may not. He may be that far gone mentally that he doesn't know the difference between right and wrong. He just said that because he thought it was the right thing to say. I don't know. But my God.
See, I mean, and the thing is, I think, and I'm going to have to sort of play devil's advocate here, right? Is that actually he might have been helping to groom the kids without being. I mean, is that possible? Do you think?
Yeah, it could be, but it wasn't unknowing. Come on, it's at a certain point. I mean, the kids are naked for fuck's sake, and they're grown men. No,
I couldn't deal with that. I rage quit.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
I mean,
they're not out at a picnic. They're in an intimate setting. I don't know how does that happen.
Right.
How did they become who were these children that they gave control of? I don't
know either. That's
amazing.
It didn't even occur to me to fucking ask that question. Why are sorry, I know why. Right. Here's the thing. I should have done this perhaps when Rick was on the panel, and I didn't. Partly because my brain was sort of fried.
Well, I asked the question. I just didn't ask it in the right manner because I was outside of my mind. When I said, how does this happen? How does it come to pass that two grown men are, in this situation with these young kids? I mean.
So, well, okay. He, right, so Martin Berry regularly he took photos and pictured himself sexually abusing the kids. Regularly had the children at he and his partner's home. Yeah, regularly. For games and sleepovers. Unbeknown to parents who trusted him, he was a convicted paedophile who sexually exploited youngsters for his own perverted ends. So he'd already had a record
in the past.
Did Rick know about this? Sorry, I mean, I really wish.
Sorry, Navin, I was really trying to avoid an appearance on a show about sexual fucking predators, but that's why it wasn't coming up.
I don't blame you.
But I mean, Jesus. Oh, Tark, it's nice to see you. You're back from the Greek islands again. Oh, I'm so fucking jealous. I was sitting at home thinking that is really fucking cool. I was at my cottage and I was looking at him, broadcasting live from somewhere in the Greek islands. But I think you're up in what side of Greece were you on?
Oh, I was on Corfu.
They're on the west side.
Yeah, you're.
So
anyway, yeah, we may as well, instead of getting into a bunch of apologies and misunderstandings, why don't we just read this goddamn thing that we're all referring to? That way we can standardize the conversation.
So this is an article from a newspaper, Bristol Post. So
58.
He's an old man.
20 years older than the other guy. He's 20 years older than Rick.
And I think he's only got one leg.
Fuck's sake.
Right.
Which means he needed assistance in molesting these children. I don't know.
Well,
Rick.
Voyeurism. Or is that related to taking pictures of them, do you think? I'm guessing so.
Well, voyeurism isn't really taking pictures of. That's like.
I think that's an existing law that may apply, or that's more of an umbrella law, like an umbrella term, isn't it?
Voyeurism, UK law.
That's like people would like to watch.
I'll hit on the Google too behind here.
The Voyeurism Offences Act 2019 creates 2 new offences criminalising someone who operates equipment or records an image under another person's clothing without that person's consent, or a reasonable belief in their consent.
See, that's surreptitious. It's surreptitious and or filming the thing, which
Right.
is
Okay. Yeah.
it screams perversion.
So
Yes,
the judge.
there's already. Sorry about that. Sorry, Shiva.
No, that's right. Go ahead.
I was making a fucking off-color joke. It should have been muted.
See, now this is StreamYard is the death of spontaneous comedy, you know.
Well, because it's so difficult. I followed Rick for a while, and I don't dislike Rick at all. We have to put ourselves through this, but I mean, not to clog up the airwaves with a bunch of crap, but I've been watching him and putting in a lot of brain power to his channels, and he obviously doesn't understand certain things. That's not that's not unnatural in a YouTube platform. He was victimized, Navin, but I was hoping he got into it when he was up here, but I think he took off for good. But yes, let's keep reading. I don't disagree with you, Navin. I wasn't trying to say that, but he was, that obstacle with his autism and with his cognitive ability. He's obviously not Einstein by any measure, but there's obviously, well, you can see it. He's here. You can see it in how he says that he knows what it is. He is here in the now. He knows what the now is, and he knows what's up, type of thing. But he really doesn't, because he demonstrates this blockage, I guess. What was the one tonight with Rick? Continue on, Shiva. I can't try to pull one out. But
it's funny, Balance, because times have changed, and someone who mentions autism or some kind of mental disability, whatever, the general society tends to give them more latitude than they should, and I, for some reason, I don't know, give them less than I should. It's just, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm right about it. I just don't. I don't look at someone who, I don't give them extreme latitudes and passes to do and act any way that they choose to.
So then, hold on. Is that what you're thinking that I'm doing here?
And I tend to hold people a little more responsible, even in their mental state, and even physical state. I know I say this because I know, I have an uncle who doesn't have a leg, born without a leg, and has worked his entire life. So when I hear people like Joe run around talking about, not to get off topic too much, but it seems to be that people give them, okay, well, let's do it. Well, and I'm not like that. I'm kind of ill that someone who is in a bad shape would say, treat me like everybody else. And that's kind of what I tend to do. And I'm not saying I should, but this is how.
So, okay, well, why don't we, for the sake of the audience, when we can compare it to people that people would know in this case. Like, let's compare Rick with Beware Mouse, okay, on the spectrum, because they're both on it at some point.
I see your point.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see.
He was taken advantage of. Like, believe me, this is a real problem within the community, and I know it touches people's nerves, and people naturally react to it. And Americans, especially dead set ones in the deep South, it's a no-brainer for them. Whereas somebody from an island just off of mainland Europe, who has thousands of year history, it's quite a different of a society, and the laws are quite a bit different.
Yeah, you just don't. Just don't do that.
I mean, that's what I was saying in there. I mean, like, I was trying to make you understand. I mean, it's a completely case by case basis, and holy fuck, there's some people out there that have harems of teenage lovers. I mean, in that, of course, I think I consider that to be child abuse.
Talk about Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's another topic, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the last topic that I really want to express a dead set, opinion against or for. But it's just the whole, when the disability comes in. Rick is autistic. I have no doubt. I'm just trying to get a clear, accurate gauge from YouTube, and you can't completely do that. So I mean,
they're more
StreamYard is a bit.
than we think. He brought that up at the most. He brought that up.
Well, that's a learned behavior. He's learned to do that because he has to deal with this all the time.
So he can learn. So
I see that. I see all these little easy things over YouTube, and I mean, I guess he was up here tonight for the questioning. So how do you feel after his little questioning, Navin? I mean,
I want to kill him.
He believed he was innocent, and he's far from that. He's far from innocent.
Oh, he's not innocent at all. I don't think he's innocent at all.
He believes it.
That there's the obstacle. Like you see that this guy cannot be. Navin wants to make it more of this guy is sane enough to stand jury, and as I understand the way that he's looking at it, because I'm not too far from his mindset. But however,
the fact that he knew when to say certain things, he knows.
Like he's rehearsed.
Like you said, he does have an ability to comprehend and understand things.
Well, he can navigate the system because he's had to. He's already been questioned by the best investigators.
He's completely devoid. He's completely devoid of compassion and any form of decency. He never once mentioned.
Can't recognize it.
He never once mentioned.
Yeah, that's something that struck me, was that at no point did he make any reference to even just kind of.
He did what Mount did. He blamed the kid.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, fucking hell, he blamed the fucking kids. Does a mouse
do that?
Like, not even just kind of not expressing remorse, right? Which is, which is what I was going to say. Even if he's innocent, like I think if it was happening in the next room to me, and I was completely unaware of it, like I'd still feel like I'd done something wrong. Even if I knew I hadn't cognitively, like, I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, so, yeah, he blamed the kids. Come on.
But did a mouse
he's a flaming homosexual.
Blame his victim as well.
Well, yep.
He wishes the kids dead.
Oh, I mean, it's such a severe case. It's
he went because they ruined his. Let's see what she's saying. Because they ruined his life. He sees it as those kids ruining his life, his marriage, his everything else. He thinks the kids are the ones.
Well, Rick sees it as, he's being victimized by society. He's getting the backlash for something that Rick did. That has nothing to do with me, or that's not what my point is. I was just making an offside point, Navin, that at some point in time, Rick was a victim of sexual abuse, So that's what he's already got an end. He's getting him together with Rick. He was just, it was kind of like a toxic environment sort of thing. But I mean, it was an absolutely atrocious fucking. Hey, is that? Hey, look at that. WDRN Mirror Engaged down there. We're talking about sex offenders.
I think he's a troll. It's a troll. He's changed his channel name, isn't it? It's not WDRN anymore. Wicked Development anymore.
Somebody else. But a good troll.
Yeah.
Man, I just feel really sad now. I feel sad. Navin, I feel sad. The shit show isn't meant to make me feel sad.
Well, I don't know what we can do to fix it, man, but it's fucked up shit.
I just put on my hand sanitizer.
Drink some gin. You'll be fine.
Gross.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel sad. I mean...
Well, you can't help but feel sad. For fuck's sake, this. I mean, when I heard him say that so nonchalantly, well, they were disabled. Wait, what? I mean, you don't just say it like that,
Well, and also, I was just showering them when one of them said, "Do you know what child porn is?"
Yeah, like that happened. It's
hang on.
The
thing is,
showering the kids, and then he asked the kids, "Do you know what kiddie porn is?"
There is a sequence of events that could lead to that happening, which is that Martin shows the kid some porn. and then the kid not knowing what it is, then ask later, Rick, have you ever seen this?
Yeah. Or the more simpler answer would be that Rick was showering the kids, and then while showering the kids, asked the kids, "Do you know where kiddie porn is?" That's the more simple answer. Probably the more likely too. Less moving parts. Ugh. The kids didn't ask the question. Kids don't do that. Kids don't do that.
No, kids ask all the questions. That's what kids do.
They ask questions, but they don't ask from an authoritative standpoint. Like, hey, do you know what, I mean, I don't know. Does a kid do that? Kid asks a 37-year-old adult, do you know what porn is? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Maybe that could happen, I guess. I don't know.
Like, I mean, if the kid had been shown it earlier that evening or whatever,
and he just happened to ask Rick the question. Huh?
Well, yeah, like, do you...
We're still in the chat, that's what he's saying.
Rick, come on up here. Come back up here, Rick.
Yeah, come back up, Rick. I kicked you. I didn't ban you, so you can rejoin the stream if you want. I mean,
cop bad cop now.
Was that AB?
I said, you want to play good cop bad cop with Rick when he comes up?
Oh. Who's going to be the good cop?
It's going to be
me. I'm the good cop.
He's always He's the good.
Who's going to be the good cop?
Oh, you better mute your YouTube.
I'm the good cop.
I'll just mute you until you've sorted that out.
Yes, mute something.
You can unmute yourself.
Jump in a well, do something.
There's no way you can make this any better, Rick. But go ahead.
You need to unmute yourself, Rick. I mean, I could do it for him. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Martin asked the kids about child porn, and then the next night when I was showering the kids, one of the kids said to me about child porn, and I was disgusted.
Well, Rick, may I ask you a question? Or sorry, Navin, go ahead.
No, I'll go ahead. It's funny, you almost regurgitated verbally, word for word, what Shiva just said. You could have mentioned that earlier. You could have clarified that point. But it's almost like you're saying, oh, yeah.
I was just scared to say it.
Sounds good to me. I'll say what Shiva just said. That works out for me.
You weren't too scared to say that you weren't too scared to say that you watched child porn or that you thought the kid seduced your husband.
I'm actually shaking here. I don't know what to say anymore.
That's how I felt about 45 minutes ago.
Rick, do you have any formal diagnoses from a doctor for your autism, or is there a developmental delay?
Yeah, I'm physically disabled. I got mental issues.
Well, is there like a formal written, only certain doctors can make that diagnosis of being on the spectrum? Do you have a specific diagnosis for ASD, autism spectrum disorder?
I'm got cerebral palsy.
Oh, cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
Is that where it ends, or is that with autism?
Yeah.
Or is there something else, another diagnosis with it?
That's with autism as well.
Really? And to what extent does your cerebral palsy affect your body? Is it just your facial muscles?
No, it affects my knees. Sometimes I'm in bed for like a week.
So your joints really are affected. Do they
Yeah.
depleted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when I was born, I had to have a special chair.
Yeah.
To keep me up.
Or else you just no, I understand. And do you have any assistant devices right now? Like, is
No.
there any things for your legs?
Only crutches.
Do you use a cane at all, like to walk?
Crutches I use.
Okay. And you live alone, I guess now.
Yes.
Man, oh man. So the courts never, after all this shit with men, the courts never officially charge you. Did they ever talk to you again? Give you a call?
No. They just wanted Martin.
I think it's worth pointing out, in all fairness to Rick, that other than referencing the fact that they live in the same building, Rick isn't mentioned in the article at all.
I've never done anything to the kids. Never, ever.
I mean, I'm guessing
I made a big mistake marrying that nonce.
Yeah, in retrospect, I understand you would say that. I don't think that you have much of a malicious side to you. Have you ever been in a physical fist fight that you can remember?
No.
Any altercations? Do you know how to defend yourself?
I used to be well fit. I used to when I was living with my parents. I used to be well fit.
As well fit as you can if you have cerebral palsy. But
yeah. I used to go to
I guess you can. What a silly question. You have cerebral palsy, so I mean that answers it. Kind of answers.
I used to go to gym every week. So my especially
well, with physiotherapy and things like that, were you on a regular routine like that for anything specific for your cerebral palsy?
Yeah.
You'd almost go there with a machine that would do the exercise for you.
Yeah.
And your arms.
You know what them swimming pools? You know what them running machines with the swimming pool in?
Yep. Yeah, and exercising. Yeah, I understand. A therapy pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That'd be nice to have one in the backyard right now. Therapy pools, quote unquote.
Hey Rick. In the article, while you're not here, in the article, I don't know if you saw what Shiva was reading, but in the article, it mentioned that your husband, or I should say Martin, had done this in the past. Am I reading that correct? Did we read that correctly? That he had done this in the past?
I really don't know. He's saying he hasn't.
Like before the incident at your house, were you aware that he had done that?
We lived together down in Plymouth, and we moved up here about 5 years ago.
Okay,
so I met him in 2011.
Okay.
And then 2006.
He had done this in the past. He had done this in the past. You were aware of that, right?
No, I didn't.
You were unaware, completely unaware. The man you were living with for, let's see, 8 years, you were unaware that he was convicted of pedophilia in the past.
I did not know that.
You had no idea.
No.
And you saw no signs of him behaving that way.
No.
It just happened out of the blue one day, right?
Yep.
You were totally shocked. Couldn't believe
I
it
was
happened.
totally shocked when the kids asked me that night in the shower.
Yeah. When they asked you that question, what was your response? Did you say something like, I would have said, where in the hell did you hear that from? Or whoa.
I did say that. What the hell did you hear that from? And
I guess
And
I
then
should
the
know
kid
proper what I said, but did you contact their parents? I mean, because that's another thing I would have done. Would been to have contacted their parents almost immediately.
I was friends with their parents. I was best friends with their mothers.
So I guess you stopped showering them at that point and called the parents that you're good friends with and said, "Hey, look, we need to talk." Right? You did that.
I was scared to say something.
Why would you be afraid to tell their parents about something like that?
Because I thought Martin wasn't not going to do anything.
Who mentioned Martin? The kid said, "Have you ever seen child porn before?" They didn't say anything about Martin, or did they?
They said about something about Martin.
Flag. Do you understand? Do you understand how that sounds?
No.
No?
I need to get into bed. But I'm still here. I know I don't abuse my dog. Thank you very much.
Oh no, we're not dog. No. Ignore the dog stuff. I mean, I get. I just. Sorry, I'm still struggling.
The reason
This is going nowhere.
Right, there's a question.
Just get rid of this fucking
Before
dirty
you
little
go,
bastard.
before you kick him,
Get rid of this dirty little cunt.
the reason I brought that story
Tell him
up.
to fuck off and die in a well full of piss and shit.
The reason I brought that story about what happened with the guy who had his son molested is because when someone's child is touched, you don't just hurt that child. Of course, you hurt that child. You hurt their family. You hurt their father. You hurt their mother, their sisters, their entire family, and not to mention the fallout from something like that. And it seemed, I mean, I'm not going to go any further. Just leave it at that.
Right. Sorry, I
So
can't.
the ultimate,
I can't
the
anymore.
ultimate argument, Navin, comes down to all this aside. You and I are looking at it from what's right. What's right for society to punish this with? I mean, how does this person, fit into society after this? Like, is there a punishment? Like, you can never come back from something like that. Sexual crimes are something that you just can't get rid of.
I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I don't believe him when he says he didn't know about his husband's past. After 7 or 8 years, it seems to me like that would have, So the guy was arrested in the past and then did it again. Yeah,
I think it's hard. I find that hard to believe too, to be honest with you. I mean,
I wish I understand that we live in a world where there's insanity and people simply can't even comprehend between right and wrong. But he's here right now, which tells me he's trying to defend his name. You don't do that if you don't understand the difference between right and wrong. You don't give a fuck if you don't have that ability. But he's doing it. He knows.
He didn't sit here and he never argued the fact that he didn't clarify his point of view. He was only on the defensive, saying no, and he deflected the blame from a situational standpoint because ultimately he was the only one there and we were not. I'm not saying that he's right or wrong, but I'm saying that may be a little bit of a reason why he is so, matter of fact. I'm not saying that's all of it, but I'm saying I can see a little bit of it. However, like from my perspective, I think that it could be that I'm seeing something that I'm not. However, he didn't sit here and say that he was gone. Or, I mean, how should I say that? He didn't, clarify his standpoint on the topic, where he didn't identify or recognize the fact of both sides of what's right and wrong on the age of consent, for instance. Like, you would think that he would already talk about these things, or
he relentlessly claims that he would never do something like that. Okay,
that's just
someone who is of the mind of not knowing the difference between right and wrong, and to the point where they're indifferent about everything. Does it do that? You've seen interviews, you've seen interrogations of a completely insane man. You know what they do? Yep, I did this. I walked over here. Then I killed this person. I walked over. They say it matter of factly. They say it matter of factly of the things they did. He's saying it matter of factly of the things he didn't do. It's completely no. I'm not buying a bit of it.
So you're saying that he's fashioned his statements to navigate himself to avoid prosecution or any charges from the law? Like, you think he was criminally responsible?
Yes.
He's diverting that?
Yes.
Well, he admitted to destroying evidence.
So I find that if that's so cut and dry, and he's admitted to now, mind you, I have seen these hate channels on YouTube with little snippets, and some of them are right on, some of them aren't.
A Balance on this panel earlier. He not only did he say that he destroyed the evidence, but he spoke about it kind of in detail. Like, Martin rang him up, asked him, like, told him that there was an SS. Was it a flash drive or something, or some drive?
SD card or thumb drive or something.
Yeah. And that he had to, he wanted him to delete the content because of what was on there. That that it was child porn, and he did.
Well, at what point do you sever? Let's just say, for instance, at what point? Oh, Jesus! No, I understand, Shiva. Like, I mean, it's different for everybody, I know. But at what point do you separate? Let's say if somebody you realize is a serial killer or a rotten individual, such as Martin Barry, like, people. Could you imagine everybody coming down that pipe chute to look at everything that everybody would have done? Of course, there's going to be that backlash, but yeah, I can see what the point Navin's trying to make here.
I'm not saying he handled it perfectly. I'm saying he handled it completely imperfectly.
I think that whole situation, everything about that, I just feel really sad now.
Well, yeah, you can't.
There's nothing good about that